Hi, welcome to the last section of this class, R for Journalists. This time we're going to go over how to bring in a folder full of spreadsheets. Sometimes you'll handle that by getting a bunch of spreadsheets like this. I'm going to open it up and see what it looks like. Okay, so each one of these spreadsheets is for a different state. Fortunately, the column names all line up. The only thing that's different is the GID, a bunch of stuff, pretty much. Presumably, this is the type of spreadsheet you would want to deal with. They all have a similar structure, and that's why this is going to work okay. So let's open up our Learn Chapter 2 folder, go into folder files, bring up that RMD file, and follow along in the class. So I've built a function and that handles this. It's part of this package I've created called Muckraker. It's on GitHub. It's not on Crayon, but it's just something that it's a collection of these little functions that help me make my coding more efficient. Hopefully, over time, when you build up enough functions, you can collect it all and put it up on GitHub and share it with others. So this is the basis of it. Let's say you have a folder full of spreadsheets like the below. What you need to do is run this code. Run these lines of code. First make sure you have DevTools installed. And then it'll install DevTools, install GitHub, my GitHub repo. Do I want to double restart? Sure, why not? So let's try it again. Now I can load it. I'm going to open up a script so I can put all that in there and keep track of things. I can comment that out because I don't need to reinstall it. Now I can load the library, Muckraker. And what you need to do is use the command function bulk CSV, and there are two arguments that you need to pass to it. One is the location of the folder. So let me just double check to see where my folder is pointed at. Okay, so I need to make sure this is so it's in this data folder, but it's also in this folder of files folder. So I'm going to type in folder of files / data, because that's where all my, and CSVs. Okay. And I can point it to a new data frame, like collected. Run that. And there it is. So I've now got 3,500 rows, whereas let's see, this first one had about 168 rows. So 4 spreadsheets here compiled together created about 3,500 rows. That's great. Another thing you can do with this particular package is pass on the name of a spreadsheet you want to save it as. So I'm just going to copy this, and instead of pointing it at an object to save it as collected, I'm going to add an argument called, just check my documentation, export equals, and I'm going to save it to folder of files / exported data.csv. Run that. Let's go with that all again. And now let's check my data folder. Is it there? Oh, it's not data. There it is. I put it in the folder files folder. So there it is, exported data. I'm gonna open that up. There it is. And it's got all of the rows that I put in. Very easy. Alright, so there's another command for Excel files It's called bulk Excel. It's pretty much works exactly like bulk CSV. Once again, I need to warn you, you need to make sure the structure for these CSVs or Excel spreadsheets are all the same. So if there is one little detail where perhaps one of the columns is renamed, it's going to give you an error. Watch what happens when I run this again. This is error. Names do not match previous names, or something like that. Or if there's like an extra line that has missing data in it, it might throw off some more errors. So just something to keep in mind. All right? Have fun bulk combining data.